Okay, basically, let's talk story, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, basically, I'd like to talk about this. It's a proclamation back in the day. So let me tell you the story of Poe Molelo. August 13, in August 1983, the thought occurred to me to have a guitar festival where we would showcase all the different styles. So I did. I contacted Mayor Eileen Anderson and Governor Ariyoshi at the time. They helped us. So these are some of the people that helped us. Right over here, so Angela can take them nude. So I contacted Milton Lau from Parks and Recreation. Eileen Anderson was the mayor. The governor was Mr. Ariyoshi at the time. This was in August, the month of August. This is for the first Honolulu Guitar Festival. This is the proclaimed month of August, which just passed. It's Ho'okani Kika days. So let me tell you what this is. It's the first annual guitar festival, 1983. So I picked up Sam here from the airport for this. Sam was very kind. He and Nando Swan did represented jazz. John Raposa, he represented funk and Hawaiian music. Lee Eisenstein, he was a classical. He represented classical music. Capone, he did his Hawaiian contemporary. I'm very grateful for him to perform for us. Joe Serral, he did my song called Island Dream. It's an original song. George Kuo, he did the slack key. He represented slack key. And Don Mock came in from MIT, so he was a fusion guitar player. I also used some of the top musicians at the time, a drummer and bass player. They know who they are. I had them to come in and back up Don Mock. We want the best for the best. No, so the reason why I did this is so at the time, 1983, Keola Beamer came up with a book. He was teaching the guitar. He was teaching slack key. I really enjoyed the book. I learned a lot. But then, as far as everybody else, not everybody else was really teaching the instrument. So I wanted to draw more interest in the art of guitar performance and to promote all the different styles. So we have all these people that can play music. I wanted them to share their mana'o with the people of this island. So let me read for you what the goals are. Okay. Up from the office of the mayor, this is a proclamation. From the office of the mayor, the city and county of Honolulu, the proclamation is Ho'okani Kika Days. Okay, this is the month of August 1983. Whereas the first Honolulu Guitar Festival entitled Ho'okani Kika, or to play the guitar, will be held in August 13 to 14 and August 20th and 21st, 1983 at city parks and recreation facilities throughout Oahu. And whereas included on the schedule of the 4-day event are the open competition, and John Hancock won that. We did a competition at the zoo. Slack key guitar concert with George Kuo, exhibition of virtuosos in all styles of music, and the Don Mock guitar seminar. So Don Mock did a seminar after he performed. Yes, indeed. That was wonderful. So Don Mock from MI. At that time it was called GIT, then it changed to PIT, and then MIT, Musicians Institute of Hawaii. That's the school that I went to in the 1970s. So Don Ma came in and um, he did his performance, and he also did a seminar. Whereas the program is being spearheaded by the Guitar Foundation of Hawaii, that's us, in conjunction with Metro Music Studio. That's that's Larry Fukunaga, and the Department of Parks and Recreation of the City and County of Honolulu. I'd like to thank Milton Lau. I called him for he was with the parks at the time. Whereas by staging such a festival for the first time in our community, the sponsors hope not only to promote the art of guitar playing, but also to enhance music appreciation among the general population. So our goal is to promote the art of guitar performance here on the islands and around the world. And whereas historically synonymous with the music of Polynesian and Hispanic regions, the adaptable guitar has evolved into a popular instrument of diverse forms, each producing its own distinctive sounds. Because of the guitar, a lot of us here who are dependent on tourism, a lot of us musicians, we're working musicians, that we do gigs. That's why I said here in Hawaii, you want to learn Hawaiian, because the best Hawaiian music comes from over here, the best musicians. So like I told one student, they called me, learn the old songs, and then when you get the love attraction kicks in, and you start going with a young group here, and the locals here, they know the song, right? Then you're going to learn the song from the locals. That's how it works. But with your skill and talent, you will be able to pick up what you learned, and then move on from there and do music jobs, of which we call gigs. And then also we have the perks at the music job, which is the food. So that's a part of the bargain. And also tips. This helps the local musician to be more successful, wealthy. Vai nui loa. Also, each performance is deliberate practice. That's how you get better in a short time frame, and eventually you can teach. Now, getting back to this. Now, therefore, I, Eileen R. Anderson, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu, do thereby proclaim August 13, 14, and 20, and 21, 1983 as Ho'okani Kika Days. Ho'okani, to play the guitar, in the City and County of Honolulu, and urge all of our citizens to participate in and enjoy the first Honolulu Guitar Festival. It's given under my hand and the seal of the City and County of Honolulu, State of Hawaii, this 11th day of August, AD 1983, and it's signed Eileen Anderson. I also spoke with George Ariosi at the time. Basically that's what we have here is called the first annual guitar festival. Now from here sprang up all the different guitar festivals. Basically the mindset is to have guitar festivals, like for example, Slaki Guitar Festival, and then we have Byron Yasui brought in people to teach at the University of Hawaii, and I really enjoyed. Ledward taught over there, and Peter Moon taught over there. I really enjoyed those classes. I appreciate learning from all of these people. Now, Byron Yasui brought in a lot of talent from the mainland, jazz virtuosos as well. And then we have teachers like Doug McDonald and Harry's Clay from Harry's. He brought in Jerry Bird, Doug Forsythe, and Jimmy Funai was teaching over there. So what we have here is the promotion of the art and craft of guitar performance. For us, as lifers who do it for a living, right? The first thing is heart. We love what we're doing. And the second thing is we want to make a living for ourselves so we can have a good lifestyle, you know? It's, yeah. And so what happens is, what happens is like executive producers like George Sean comes around from Tom Moffat Productions, and then people get to record at Paradise Records. And once you get the recording in, and then you are under the stable of a radio station, and the radio station will promote. And that's basically that's how it goes here in the island. But the other musicians are still doing music at different parts of the island. And during this time in 1983, jazz was squashing, was very little. It was more Hawaiian music. Right now in August 2016, reggae is heavy. There's a lot of reggae happening. But jazz has come a long way. Jazz is also acceptable, so we're doing jazz right now. But still, the Hawaiian is the main music that's happening with the hula dancers, kumu hulas, the culture. I'd like to thank Andre Paksnihoa, and Pooch Kiawe. These are my mentors and teachers in Hawaiian music, Olelo Hawaii, especially the Ali'i, Pooch Kiawe, Kundani Kiawe. I learned a lot from him, and from Paksnihoa, Andre Pucker, regarding singing. We did go traveling because of them. We went traveling around the world, and I appreciate that. It was a learning experience. So I took all that home, and I'm sharing with you guys now. We're talking story. What is this, our subject matter? Our subject matter is Ho'okani Kika days. Now is every day. Play the guitar, have fun, teach others as you teach. You reinforce that which you already learned. Okay. Once you get the confidence, then you can go out and do gigs. It's important to promote yourself, because when you go for a music job, the restaurant owner would want to know, can you bring in a following? What can you draw? Because that's how they're going to make money. Also, what type of music are you doing? Is it the type of music that people like? For example, the 60, 70, 80, 50. They want Frank Sinatra type of music. You know, Bennett. That kind of music. They want the jazz of jazz. But Hawaiian, then you have the locals over here playing the beautiful Hawaiian music. My favorite is Raiatea Helm. I love Ledward Kapana. All these, my favorite. Keola Beamer. I learned the chimes from him. The original harmonics. And there's so much to learn. Henry Kapono and Cecilio C&K, Frankie Fury, Kalapana. The list goes on. There's so much good music happening here. And now we have the reggae, or the Jawaiian set, which basically deals with a skank. So, you know, the reason why I'm doing this is to continue to promote the art of guitar performance. I'd like to thank Larry Fukunaga making this happen. He was with Metro Music Studios, and he helped to support me in this project to get this happening. Milton Lau, thank you very much, and all of these people. Once again, in closing, I'd like to thank for the first annual Guitar Festival in 1983, August. Mahalo nui loa to Sam Mahia, Nando Swan, representing jazz, John Raposa, representing the funk and Hawaiian contemporary, Lee Eisenstein, representing the classical music, Kapono, representing the Hawaiian contemporary, Joe Sorrell, thank you for singing my song, Island Dream. It's an original song. George Kuo, Slack Key, he represented Slack Key. Don Mock came in all the way from LA. He was one of my teachers at MIT. He did some fusion, and I did have some of the top players, the top drummer and the top bass player perform to back him up, and they know who they are. Okay. I also like to thank Milton Love from Parks and Recreation, Eileen R. Anderson, who was mayor at the time, Governor Ariyoshi. These people helped to support the first annual Guitar Festival, which was held in August 13, 14, 21, 20 and 21, the month of August. This is the first annual Guitar Festival, August 11, 1983, Kapiolani Park. I'm so happy because now then there are other guitar festivals, ukulele festivals happening all over the place, which is wonderful. The Slack Key, it's important for that to happen, Because if there's nobody teaching the slack key, what's going to happen? You know, we need to keep teaching the slack key because it's culture, it's Hawaiian culture. Also, the different styles. Jazz came to the island. John Coltrane was stationed at Hikum, famous jazz player. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I'd like to say mahalo to my son, Michelangelo Barques. Okay, in closing, here we go. Ho'olohe, listen. Ho'oko, practice. Holomua, succeed. Ho'okani, ike kika. Play the guitar. Play the solo. Play the melody of the song. Play the right changes. Play in tune and play in time. And the whole pa'ani kika, take solos. Improvise. Okay, with that said, aloha nui. Thank you very much.